I want to talk more about the sanctuary cities in these blue states who are basically like these people on the left. All they do is virtue signal, and these people are rich. And like seriously, I know I rag on rich people, so, but I don't hate rich people. I don't like rich people who are out of touch with reality. Uh, I don't like rich people who try to tell me what to do, try to control me. But these rich people in these blue areas, they say that their city is a sanctuary city for illegal immigrants. And then when they get them and they're overflowing and there's a crisis there because there's so many of them, they say they don't want them. So basically they say these people are rich, they have a lot of resources, and they want all these illegal immigrants who they tell to come here illegally to stay at the southern border states and have these people take care of them and deal with it. That's why I don't take any of these people serious on the left. They don't live in reality. Something sounds good on paper. It's kind of like, it's probably, it's like when Westbrook got traded to the Lakers. It's a big name. Oh man, let's put LeBron and Westbrook and Davis all together and it's going to be a super team. Me, when I heard about that, I'm like, that's a dumb trade, man. Because he's not a shooter. And then now you got two facilitators on the same, like, there's only one ball, you know what I mean? So if you know anything about basketball, which I'm not no expert, obviously I'm not a coach or anything like that, but like I have a general knowledge of how it works. Making that trade was a horrible trade for the Lakers, and it turned out to be a horrible trade. But it sounded good on paper because they're all stars. They've all did great things with their career. And that's the same thing that liberals look at. They're like, oh, it sounds great on paper. We're helping these people. Like, they're poor. And then when reality sets in that we can't afford them, we can't sustain this, like the reparations in San Francisco. We can't sustain this. We're sinking. We're a sinking ship. We're going to go bankrupt. Like, we're running out of money. And the funny thing is too, these people who claim to be communists, like, why aren't they giving up all their resources? This is what I'm saying about these elite rich people who want to usher in communism. Why don't they give up all their resources? Why do they always want to use our tax-paying dollars? Why do they always want to use the government? And I understand, communism is basically, a lot of these people are socialists, and socialism is just a step before communism. So they want the government to have total control. But the funny thing is, all this money that they're making, they're not giving all this extra money to profit to the government. They just sit on all this money and all these resources, and they have extra houses, and it's just like these rich people who act like they have such high moral standards and values. When reality sets in, they flip on a dime. That's what we need. We need people to come back down to reality. We need pain and suffering so people wake up and are like, dude, we don't have enough resources to house and feed and give medical care to the entire world just with American tax dollars. It's just ridiculous. These people have no no sense of any type of reality, and that's why they don't need to be taken seriously. Like whenever they talk, whenever they say, I just laugh at them because they're basically clowns. They're ignorant people, and they might have education when it comes to college or whatever, but they have no common sense at all. Like they have zero common sense. And like there's so many different types of intelligence, like common sense, social intelligence. It's not just memorizing things from an institution about a subject. There's so many different types of, or problem solving. There's all different types of intelligence. Street smarts. There's a ton. But these people are out of touch with reality. And then Biden wants to make it illegal where they can't, these states, because it's probably a lot cheaper to ship them to these sanctuary cities who claim that they're sanctuary cities. It's a lot cheaper for these people instead of trying to take care of them at the border, these border states. He wants to make that illegal. So I think that they should just ignore whatever they say. Just ignore whatever the federal government says, because like they're ignoring our own laws anyway. They're not protecting the border. You know, they keep on trying to, like, was it Greg Abbott tries to put up like barriers in the river, and they want to try, and they're trying to they're suing or whatever to try to get him to remove those. And he's trying to keep people from coming here illegally, and they're trying to block all that. So they're contributing to try to let these people come here illegally. So they're ignoring our own laws. So why the fuck should we listen to anything these people say? Any of the federal government? If we ignore everything they fucking say, like look at the states with the marijuana law. Marijuana is still federally illegal. Look at all the states that have legalized it. I think there's more states that have it legalized at some type of capacity, whether it's medical, or where I'm at in Michigan, you can just go to the store and buy it, recreational. But it's still federally illegal, but it's illegal here. Look at New Mexico. This lady made a decree where she basically banned guns for 30 days. If you just ignore these people and don't comply, there's nothing they can do. They don't have enough power. We have the power. But if people just comply and go with it, that's the government you get. The best example I give is Skidmore, Missouri. So there was this town bully. He was a thief. He bullied everybody. He used intimidation. He did shoot a couple of people, and he ended up getting murdered right in town. And everybody saw it. The whole town seen it. Nobody got convicted. Nobody. There was no witnesses, but everybody seen it. Even the FBI investigated it. They couldn't do shit. Still to this day, and this was like in the 80s, still to this day, nobody has been brought forth of the murder of that person. And that's what I'm saying. If people just, that guy was murdered. He was murdered. There's nothing they can do if people band together and just ignore the fucking laws. You know what I mean? Look at what California is doing. California just passed some type of law where basically if you don't recognize whatever your kid thinks they are, gender, the government come take your kid, just like Washington State. Like, these people are literally taking people's kids. I mean, I wouldn't live there. I don't even want to set foot in these places. That, to me, they don't even seem like America anymore. I don't want to visit. I don't want to contribute any money. I don't want anything to do with these places. New York, and I used to want to go visit New York, you know what I mean? California was pretty cool back in the day. Now I don't ever want to go there again until things change. And it's sad. I don't view these places as a part of America anymore. I feel like they've already been lost. And we need to stand up and not let the rest of America turn into California. It's been said that California is 5 years ahead of America. Well, do you want massive homelessness, high taxes, a mass amount of illegal immigration? People work and they still have to, and they're still homeless. Like, is that where you want? Is that what you want to? Is that what you're looking forward to? Is that what you want? We need to stand up and just be like, pretty much, states need to band together, red states, and then just like follow the Constitution, put in their own laws. A good law would be, if you move from a different state, you can't vote in this state for like 4 years. You have to assimilate. You can still vote in the state you came from, but you can't vote here. Something like that. Yeah, it's pretty messed up what's happening, and a lot of people aren't paying attention. And the whole thing with the New Mexico Albuquerque type of deal is how she banned guns for 30 days. Is my thing is, I think it's a test. I think it's a test to see how people will react. Will people comply? Will people go along with it? And this is supposed to be like a health thing, since she's doing it based on health. And what they want, what the deep state wants, what the federal government want, who doesn't work for America anymore. They don't work for us. They're obvious. They're to me, I look at them as a different entity. I look at them as a foreign controlled adversary at this point. They don't represent me. They don't represent the Constitution. They don't represent American values anymore. And I look at them like trash. And the people who work for them, I don't care if you're just some regular FBI agent. I look at you like you're trash too, because you're contributing to it. Get a different career. Don't be working for them. You're not helping anything at all. And it's sad because, like, I think there needs to be some type of intelligence agency to avert problems. Like, I don't like terrorism, like 9/11's about to come up, and like that was a horrific tragedy. Stuff like that needs to be averted. Anytime people who are hurt, like innocent people who are hurt, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see anybody hurt. But I look at the federal government as it's over bloated, has too much power, has too much control, and the states are the ones that's supposed to have the control and the power, and not the federal government. The federal government is just supposed to protect us. That's all it's supposed to do, and it's not protecting us anymore. What else are we talking about? What I think is, it's a test. I think, like I said, if somebody attacks that person, in which I say don't attack, don't get violent. The last thing you want to do right now is get violent, because they want somebody who's a pro Constitution person to commit some type of atrocity, a violent act against a politician, so then they can be like, oh, all of them are bad, all of these people are domestic terrorists. That is what they want. Recall this person, sue them, take this to court. That is what needs to happen right now. Violence is not, that's what they want. They want people to freak out. They want people to get pissed off and start committing violent acts, so they can use it as propaganda to generalize everybody. Just like the J6 thing. That's all this is. I guarantee you, if people stay peaceful, try to do what we can in the courts, and do what we can with the voting, I guarantee you they will eventually get violent. Then when they get violent, then it's okay to get violent back. I mean, I'm sorry, like if they're gonna start attacking us, which they have, but it'll be more blatant. It'll be like the Nazis rounding up the Jews and sending them on carts, trains. It'll be like that. It'll be blatant. It'll be it'll be, what is it, police state, you know. It'll be like that. And then at that point, like, yeah, of course you're gonna fight for your survival. It's like, you're you know what I mean, it's like, you're gonna kill me anyway, so I might as well go out fighting. But right now people need to be non-violent, do everything you can politically. Don't get violent. Defending yourself is one thing, but don't go on the offensive. And I'm not saying sit here, don't do nothing. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to violence, definitely don't commit any type of violence. But what I'm saying is, go with the proper procedures of our jiu-jitsu system as much as we can. Even though it's completely flawed, we have to keep going with that avenue and the voting until it's blatantly obvious that there's none anymore. But I think this is all a massive test. I really do. I think this is a social test, just like 2020, 2021. Those were social tests. They're trying to divide us. They want us to get into a civil war. They want us to hate each other more and more. I'm sorry. It looks like balkanization is the only way at this point. You know, you look at how Russia used to be. Ukraine used to be a part of Russia, and that's kind of how I look at. That's kind of how I look at California and New York and these other places, as they used to be a part of America. Now they're not. Imagine if there was some type of imagine if BRICS try to get California. what do you think? What do you think that America would do? Like, seriously, what do you think America would do? And that's kind of like how Russia felt about Ukraine, you know. And I see these leftists are completely unhinged on the internet, saying that Elon needs to be deported. Like, I put up a screenshot yesterday on my tab. But saying like they basically they don't see that probably could have caused World War III. We are contributing. We are at war with Russia, and it's not all of America. It's the federal government is at war with Russia. They keep on sending our resources there, and I want to say this to Russia and Ukraine. I don't agree with any of it. I think that you guys should figure it out on your own. It's none of our business. If Russia takes over Ukraine, I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. I'm so tired of America interfering in foreign disputes. And I think that the rest of the world is tired of it too. They've been tired of it because we always rub our nose in everybody else's business when we don't even take care of our own self. Look at all these decrepit cities here in America. Look at how Americans aren't being taken care of. Look at the lead in the pipes. In like Michigan and other places. Our infrastructure is failing here, and then we're going to send billions of dollars to another country for war. It's none of our business. It's not our problem. It's just, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I'm not on either side when it comes to Ukraine or Russia. I'm for peace. That's what I'm for. And I think that they should be able to come up with some type of agreement. Perhaps, you know, that's called negotiation. When you negotiate, you don't just get everything you want. You have to give stuff up too. So if like Russia wants a piece of Ukraine, well, Ukraine should ask for a piece of Russia. It's like, okay, you get this land, we want some of this land. You know, it's just, that's the mature way to go about things. Negotiation is a mature way to go about things, and humans are completely immature. And if there is aliens out there watching us, I don't blame them for not wanting to talk to us. I wouldn't want to either, because if I was one of them, I think you're just gonna try to kill me anyway, dissect me, torture me, see how immature and dumb we are. I think that's it.